Welcome to an all-new Nerds to Men. I'm Brad Reed.
What's up, y'all? I'm Cameo. How you doing?
And we are here this week to talk nerdy. Although I've run into some nerdy talk today that I had to put on Facebook.
Brad,
I don't know if you saw it.
This is a PG show. PG.
Did you see the post on my Facebook of the lady who had made her kid like a McDonald's meal out of an apple and different fruits and vegetables? And it was funny, but I was like, man, that's like my wife all the time when I'm like, I'm hungry, and she's like, drink water. I'm like, that's not the same.
That's what I tell my kids.
I bet you do. It's because that's what I was gonna say. Is that a mom joke? Like, no, you've got dad jokes, but is that a mom joke? Drink water. Or I'm bored. Well, I can find you something to do. Like, it's not really jokes. Maybe they're mom threats, right?
It's momisms.
Momisms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mother's Day is coming up, so.
Oh yeah, it's right around the corner, right?
It is. So, but those I saw that because like her kid had wanted the McDonald's, and so she made him that. But you're a fit guy.
She should be sent to jail for that because that's just rude.
Okay, I was wondering if
cool and
you supported that.
That's just not. I don't support that at all. Get a kid a Happy Meal. Just get him a Happy Meal. It's only $3.
That's true. That is true.
Unless you're hurting for money, then I can't tell you what to do. But maybe actually get a hamburger and some fries from, Walmart, Target, wherever you grocery shop. So
right.
Don't need kids like that because they probably end like the Menendez brothers. Awesome. That's
right there, Cameo. I can finish my due. All right, so let's get into the show. I want to talk about a rumor that I don't know when this officially hit the, I guess probably the internets is where you're going to get any kind of news nowadays. But I just saw it today. John Krasinski, of course, you know him in The Office.
It's Jim.
Yeah, and then what was the name of the movie with? It was like the horror.
A Quiet Place.
A Quiet Place, and then it's also we're going to see A Quiet Place 2. I don't know. Did that get pushed back?
Yes, it did. It was supposed to come out last month. Yeah, I think it was supposed to be out last month, and it's got pushed back.
Okay,
I'm not sure exactly when, but it got pushed back though.
Lots of things getting pushed back. I know the Batman is on hold for shooting. I know Ghostbusters is now pushed back. I know we've mentioned before that the 007 movie, which was supposed to be out in May, I think, is now going to be out in September. So lots of stuff, though, streaming. We've been keeping you abreast on that. But now what we got is rumors. So John Krasinski, supposed to have met with the powers in charge and might be in the MCU. So we've already got a few comments about this subject, what people were thinking. And Zachary Vargas said, about time Krasinski is going to be in the MCU. And, we were asking who we thought it might be. Now, Cameo, tell me, who do you think it is? But first, what's the rumor that everybody thinks?
Well, the rumors going around, excuse me, that's not the corona, by the way.
I hate that we have to do that.
I know, right?
That's a joint. No, I'm sorry. Not yours, mine.
Right. No, yours. No, there's been rumors going around that he is going to be playing Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four. But also, too, prior to this meeting, there was a meeting way before, the Avengers even happened. And he was supposed to play Captain America.
Really?
And Emily Blunt, who also met with Marvel before the outbreak happened here, to be playing somebody. We don't know who just yet. But she was also asked to play a character. You know her as Black Widow.
Really?
So
both of those, I don't think would have been good choices, to be honest.
No. No, I don't think so either. I think if they are going to play the first family of of Marvel, then I definitely can see them as Reed Richards and Sue Storms.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. Grant Van Winkle said it was going to be a family affair, and I'm with you. That's a great choice. I think actually they're gonna swerve you here. I think they want everybody to think he's Reed Richards, but really, are you ready for my prediction?
Mhm.
Wolverine.
I was thinking that too. But I mean, do we really need another tall Wolverine?
Is he? He's not tall. Is he tall? I don't think he's tall.
I think he's like 5'11", 6 foot.
5'11" is not tall, Cameo. When you're as tall as I am, I'm like 6'8".
Well, I'm 6'3", so
no. If I'm 6'8", you're still 5'3".
But that's how tall Wolverine is supposed to be. It's 5'3".
Well, you could be Wolverine then.
Hey, I'm cool with it.
They could give you a Wolverine wig.
Yeah.
In the edited version, I'm going to have to put one on your head.
That's fine. I'll just move so you can't.
Like at the Thunder games when they're trying to put that on people and they don't know and they're moving around. Hilarious.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
What John people don't know is I'm bald, but I always edit in hair.
But yeah, John Krasinski's 6'3", so
he is tall.
Yeah.
6'3" is tall by any standards.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was that tall, man. He doesn't look that tall in The Office. Do they purposefully make him look less tall, you think?
Unless everybody else is just as tall as he is.
I wonder how tall Dwight is. He seems like he's a taller guy.
Rainn Wilson. He's 6'2".
There you go. So I guess everybody was tall in The Office, and I'm an idiot. So no 6'3" Wolverines.
Craig Robinson is 6'2", who is also in The Office. Creed was 6 foot. Toby was 5'10".
Toby's a nerd.
Stanley was 5'10". Man, there was a lot of tall people.
Yeah. So we're only down to 1,000 viewers. I think my Wolverine prediction threw everybody off.
Yeah.
Hey, my job is just to throw things out there for people to gnaw on. You know what I mean? Like a Wolverine would. Grant says, I love John K., especially in Jack Ryan, but I don't think he will be Wolverine. So I don't think he will either, to be honest. I just gotta, throw something out there. But I did get this in the mail. It finally came out. Dr. Doom.
Ooh,
it's backwards in the screen that people will see. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that. But and I was like, who would be a good Dr. Doom cameo? You know who I think?
Who?
Now everybody's gonna tune out again. Man, I'm blanking on his name. Who is Magneto?
Michael Fassbender?
Mm-hmm.
Or Ian McKellen?
No, Michael Fassbender. He'd be a good Dr. Doom, don't you think?
Yeah, I could see him as Dr. Doom, but do you think he would really want to
get back in the MCU? Yeah. Well, I guess he wasn't ever in the MCU, right?
Yeah, that is true.
So
that's true.
Yeah, I think he would. And I mean, we've seen people, Chris Evans, right? Speaking of everything we're talking about, Fantastic Four, and then he's now the quintessential Captain America.
Yeah.
So
I will not like it if Michael Chiklis doesn't come back as Ben Grimm.
Yeah, that would definitely.
At least the voice.
Yeah, you're right. That'd be cool. But
also too, real quick, going back to John Krasinski meeting with Marvel. Everybody wants him to play, somebody in the Fantastic Four, or just anybody really. But the meeting, obviously, we don't know what it was about because Marvel is tight-lipped on everything, along with Disney. But he does write, he does direct, so it could be one of those as well. He probably might not even be in a movie at all. He's just going to be a director or a writer for it.
That's true. Because A Quiet Place, I'm forgetting who the company is on that one, but like all these things he's involved in, they've been producing.
Mm-hmm.
Grant wants to know who you would think for Johnny Storm.
honestly and truthfully, Zac Efron.
Zac Efron?
Yeah, because he's always played, the hot shot
Mm-hmm.
in every movie.
A little bit of a chip on his shoulder, but you like him.
Yeah. I could definitely see him being, the at least what he was portrayed in back then when Jessica Alba and Chris Evans were in Fantastic Four. But yeah, even in the comics, yeah, I think, him being a hotshot is what Johnny Storm is, and that's how Zac Efron is in every single movie he's played in. I mean, I guess except for what was the movie that he was in with? It was about the circus.
Which Zac Efron?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember.
Who was that? It had Hugh Jackman in it. The Greatest Showman.
Oh yeah, I didn't see
he
that.
He didn't play like a hot shot in that, but yeah, he was. But every other movie, like not 21 Jump Street. What was that movie? Baywatch was one of them.
That was a good one. Yeah, did you see him as was it Ted Bundy, or which serial killer did he play?
Ted Bundy, but I haven't seen that.
I liked it. Yeah.
When was that out?
It's been out for a while.
Really? Okay. I didn't know
think
that.
it was on, I think it came out like directly to Netflix or something. I can't remember. You should watch it. Another movie that came out, this movie came out a long time ago, and like I'm way rabbit trailing now because I mentioned Netflix. But over the weekend, I watched. It's based off a graphic novel. It stars Tom Hanks. The Road to Perdition. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
You should watch it. Daniel Craig is in it, and I forgot completely that he was in it. And then also the guy who plays Superman in Supergirl. Do you remember his name? In the Supergirl TV show.
Which
Tyler
one?
on CW. Yeah. He's a kid in this movie, Road to Perdition.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So it's not like a really high action movie, but I enjoyed it. But back to let's read some comments here. Grant,
I'm mad, Chris Little Person decided to join late.
Yeah.
Chris, what were you doing?
Yeah. He was probably
Anytime
working. He's essential.
No essential business going on here. This is essential.
Did you send out invitations to everyone and let them know what time we were going on?
I shouldn't have to. They should have gotten the alert on Facebook.
Okay. Well, Chris Midier, I am very happy you're here. All right. Grant says they could be getting his opinion and thoughts on Doctor Strange 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Okay. But the real question is, would he mesh with John and Emily?
I think what's his face would. I think Zac Efron would. Do you?
I don't see why he wouldn't, to be honest. I can't think of any reasons why he wouldn't.
I think he would fit the
They're different.
part.
They're more subdued, I feel like, but I feel like that would be called for here. And then it would be a good.
Well, because we kind of thought that about Jennifer Aniston when, her being on Friends and other movies.
Yeah.
But when she was in Horrible Bosses 1 and 2, and it was just like, whoa.
And then what was the what was the one where they were on the road trip and she does the strip tease?
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I can't remember what it's called. Meet the
Robinsons.
The Robinsons?
I think so.
No, maybe. That's not it. But anyway, yeah,
Meet the Millers.
Meet the Millers. That's it.
It was something like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't work. But I think that it logically, joking aside about Wolverine and all that, although if he was shorter, like I thought, then maybe, but I didn't really think that to begin with that much. But, I guess probably it's one of those situations where it makes the most sense for it to be the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into Westworld Cameo because
real quick.
Oh,
so Daniel Radcliffe,
mm-hmm.
who there's been people talking about him being Wolverine. He would actually be pretty good. He's 5'5".
Yeah.
For height wise, I don't know. I don't see him as Wolverine, but
I don't, but I've seen him in some stuff that he's a good actor, and I don't think he has to just be relegated to what he did in the past, much like we've said about Robert Pattinson as Batman. But Wolverine, I don't see it.
I mean, I don't see it either. But if we're just going strictly on height and acting ability, he would probably.
Well, if that was the only things we were talking about, it's like, that maybe like he was like we had just a few choices, and it was him and somebody else. I don't know, Julia White.
I'm sorry.
If it's him or Urkel, then I guess I'll go with Urkel.
Not Jaleel White though.
I'm just saying. I don't think for Wolverine, something else. I'd love to see Daniel Radcliffe in the MCU as well.
What?
I don't know yet.
Okay. I'm sorry. I misheard you.
No, I'm just saying for something else, I might like to see Daniel Radcliffe in the MCU, but I wouldn't be sold on him as Wolverine until I actually saw it happen and thought, okay, well, I guess maybe I was proven wrong. Just like my thinking John Krasinski was short.
Yeah, you was so wrong. And so was I.
And he's taller than me, though. That's crazy.
Right.
And I'm not 6'8", though, for those.
Oh, okay.
For those who don't know me, I'm really only 6 foot. But Cameo is 5'3".
Yeah, close. It's going to be Danny DeVito. Oh, this is what Grant said. It's going to be Danny DeVito as Wolverine.
I mean, I would love that. But we need, who's the younger Danny DeVito now? Who that could be?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Danny DeRadcliffe. All right, well, maybe. All right,
or Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart has enough heat on him right now, I feel like, that he could play Wolverine pretty good.
I mean, he's built. He's short. But I mean, I couldn't see him saying bub to anybody.
Yes, he could.
No, I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Be like, bub. Hey.
Well, no, he couldn't be Kevin Hart. He would have to be Wolverine.
But I would be waiting for that. Like, I would be like, bub.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah. You wouldn't be able to separate.
Right.
Because
there's some funny outtakes on the Blu-ray of him doing that.
Grant says the MCU fans would like to see Daniel as Moon Knight, and I'm not sure. But I don't hate that. I really don't.
I don't hate it. I would like to see Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, but you're getting like a 60-year-old Moon Knight then.
That's cool.
Maybe you could play old man Moon Knight.
Hey, we could do that.
Yeah.
But
because that's the best. Like, I love Keanu Reeves. I love The Scanner Darkly. There's a lot of movies. He's always just going to be Keanu Reeves, right? But John Wick, I love those movies. Generally, if it's a Keanu Reeves movie, I'm going to like it. Just to be honest with you, I'm not saying there's not been any clunkers, because I'm sure there have been.
There's been a lot.
Couple of Matrix movies that weren't that good, but I like Keanu Reeves. But like I say, if I'm casting Moon Knight right now, I want a younger guy. I do. Maybe not. I don't know, as young as Daniel though.
Mm-hmm. Did you hear about the rumor of him possibly playing? Oh my goodness, Ghost Rider.
Daniel Radcliffe.
No, Keanu Reeves.
Oh. No, but I don't hate that.
Yeah, Johnny Blaze.
He would probably be equally as good as Nick Cage. I thought there are times that Nicolas Cage is a good actor. No, there are. And I'm not saying that Ghost Rider was his best performance. And I'm not saying that any of the 100 movies he releases a year now are. But a long time ago, He made movies like Raising Arizona, Leaving Las Vegas,
Air.
Going Back to Oklahoma, Driving to Texas. I'm just kidding.
I was like, wait, what? I ain't never heard of that one.
But yeah, so I mean, you know, I don't know what's happened to him in his later years, other than he ran out of money and he lived in New Orleans, which is expensive, and he's done a lot of things that weren't, you know, fiscally responsible. So he's had to make a crap ton of movies that he might not have otherwise wanted to make. I don't know. Either that or he just has horrible taste in movies.
Yeah, Grant says Keanu Reeves as Ghost Rider would be excellent, especially coming from John Wick.
Yeah, that's something I could see and believe in. I could get with that.
Yeah.
But like I say, for Moon Knight, and I would love him as Moon Knight 10 years ago.
Yeah.
15 years ago. But I think where he is right now, I'm not sure about that one. And not that if they did, though, I wouldn't riot.
Right.
I'd be fine with it. So, all right. Well, what do you think? Should we get into Westworld?
Let's do it.
I'm glad we didn't get into it 20 minutes ago. But no, we've had an excellent conversation so far, and I thank Grant and everybody else for watching and commenting. Chris Midye, thanks. I'm glad you're here, even if Cameo's watching the clock on you.
Oh. I just made an observation. Excuse me for being human.
Well, let's talk about some people who may or may not be human.
Oh.
I know, yeah. Westworld, Season 3, Episode 4. So, this episode... No,
Episode 5.
Episode 5, you're right. So, this episode follows an episode that me and you were real excited about. So that could have set it up to be a little bit disappointing right off the bat.
Yeah.
But I did kind of feel a little disappointed with this episode. Just right off, what did you think?
Like, I was going to watch it Sunday night, but then I saw a young version of Ciroc, and I was like, nah, I don't know if I'm going to watch this.
Oh, yeah. As soon as I saw that, I was like, Cameo just said on the show he does not want to see a backstory. However,
it wasn't a backstory that I thought it would have been.
Exactly.
Like it was with Charlotte, Maeve, and Dolores.
It wasn't the whole episode. It wasn't. It didn't dominate the whole episode.
Right.
And then, but one thing right off the bat that I noticed was, and I wanted your opinion on this because I wasn't sure. Was it just where he lived in his town that seemed to have got blown up and, you know, or was that like worldwide?
I wasn't too sure on that part. I have to go back and watch it again. But yeah, I wasn't too sure on what that was. But yeah,
it kind of made it seem like even if it had only happened where he was, that it had set the world into a bad place. People were fighting in the streets, looting, rioting, all kinds of bad stuff. And then they had proceeded through the company insight and some funding and all that to create this super robotic mind that would predict, I guess, like how people were going to live and stuff like that. And basically started, you know, and man, there were so many parallels to what goes on nowadays. Because just think about it. With even Facebook and some of the stuff, you're seeing ads and stuff targeted at things that you look at on the internet. So it's like, I don't think it's one big super robot that's doing this, but they're guiding you in a way and planning things in your mind. So remember how I said when she told Caleb, you're going to kill yourself on this, you know, this whatever pier someday. And I was like, well, how would she know that? You know, just because it predicted it doesn't mean it's necessarily going to have to happen, right? But they could have been subconsciously putting things in his mind so that, that's exactly where he ends up.
Well, too, I mean, if you noticed, was it, I think it might have been, what was the episode where he was about to get thrown off the building? Was that episode 2 or 3?
I want to say it was 2. Because wasn't 3 mostly about Maeve?
Oh, yeah, that's right. So episode 2, he had like an implant. The guy said it was military.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, and everybody's taking, like, and we see in the first episode, the guy that Dolores steals money from first, he puts on like looks like an Alka-Seltzer tab, but like a strip, and he puts it on his tongue, and he goes to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, whatever they do, whatever, drug or medicine they take, if that's somehow, making them be a part of this, I wouldn't say really a hive mind, but
no, but it keeps them plugged into this thing
system. Yeah,
you're right. And I want to point out that, but I don't want to get into this just yet, but the drugs that he gets injected with, Caleb later, that sends him on the spree of every drug he could go through, was later revealed. Like, I kind of started thinking this, but then when I watched the after show, they were saying that it was like a digital drug. So I don't know if it's like these little digital antibodies. I don't know, but that's what they said. Now, real quick, Grant says, okay, what in the hell is going on with this season? That's what we are wondering. 2, he was talking about the backstory for Sirach. It was a brief part. It didn't de-escalate the pace, and that's what I felt about it too. So,
yeah, and I was kind of upset that I didn't watch it Sunday night, because I didn't like dislike the episode. It wasn't. There were several things in the show this last episode that I was just like, okay. One was, obviously, I didn't really care for a backstory of Sirach. That could have easily been dealt with within the first like 10 minutes of the show, which it was like, I would say like 10, 15 minutes throughout the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
But that the drug trip that he went on, that wasn't really anything necessary, unless they do something with it in the last 3 episodes.
Yeah, I thought I didn't really enjoy that much. I didn't think it was all that cool. Like, it's like they made what's his real name? They made him go Jesse Pinkman in this episode.
Oh, Aaron Paul.
Paul. It's like they won't let him get away from being a drugged out, weirdo. Yeah. He played he did a good job, but I felt like this was just an excuse for them to, like, okay, let's play some more modern music, or it wasn't modern to them, but modern to us, because apparently this is a little bit into the future, as we surmised. But this gave us a little bit more idea where they are in civilization, going back to Sirach, which I was grateful actually for that little nugget of information. But they started going through the different drug trips, basically the high, the low, the almost like the like a Molly or ecstasy while he's looking at her. And I thought it was an excuse to kind of do some different things with the show, like a noir feel during part of it and just different stuff. But it took me out of the episode. Yeah. I didn't enjoy that. And I felt like it got us further away from what we really want to be seeing on the show.
No, I totally agree. Especially, that part where they're shooting at the guys that are chasing them, and he's like just staring at her. I'm sorry, but there's like 3 or 4 other guys shooting at you, and they're not hitting you, and you're standing in front of the car and not behind it, like taking cover.
Yeah,
like,
there was
looking at her.
There was a little.
I'm like, are these like stormtroopers? Like, what are they? Like they can't aim or anything. What's going
And that
on?
was the slowest car chase I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
Which it makes
Right.
sense though. I mean, they were drones. They're transport drones. They're not really meant for racing and all that. But there was parts of that was pretty cool though. I liked it, but there was parts that, like you said, no, they weren't getting shot with all of this hail of bullets, and it just I
Right.
don't know, man. It didn't make sense in a lot of parts where
Yeah.
I mean, like he's staring at her while they're shooting at them.
Uh,
You know,
and, and I'm wondering, and I'm hoping that they're going to prove me wrong and have a reason for why they did the drug trip episode.
sure,
Like I'm hoping
it'll tie
that's.
back, and we'll be like, oh, okay.
I'm wondering if that has to deal with Rehoboam, if that is the type of drugs that they were using to, I guess, use those people as lab rats.
I think we're going to
Yeah.
find out that it's all kind of like a weird simulated drug trip type other world.
Mm-hmm. Drug world.
Drug world. So I guess though the main mystery to me coming out of this show is Caleb, because while they were walking around, the guy that was he
Liam.
Yeah, Liam. Was he an employee or the owner's son of Insight or the other company?
He was of Insight, yeah.
Yeah, his dad was the one that was like, I'm going to shut it down. And then they found out they were making all this money. And then I think they end up having him offed.
Yeah.
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 So, and hopefully everybody read the spoiler alert at in the comments. But, but then he actually, he ends up meeting his end. But before he does, he says something to Caleb. What did he say? You didn't do it, or what did he say to him?
I think he said you did it, or it was you.
It was. I thought he said it wasn't you.
No, I think he said it was you.
It was you. Okay, maybe that's right. I remember asking my wife, and I can't remember now which way that went, but it was you. But either way, whatever he said to him made Caleb question who Caleb was, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if maybe they've re-uploaded Caleb. Because do you think, I don't think this, but do you think that Caleb is also like Dolores, where he's got a organic body, but a pearl for a brain, I guess, an AI brain?
Yeah, maybe.
And how does he not know that's what's up with her? I mean, he saw her get shot like 3 times.
Right. And then nothing happens.
Yeah. Now, and that didn't make sense either, because the other episode, she was bleeding to death.
Yeah. I don't get that.
So anyway, if he doesn't know something's up, then he's an idiot. But that's the biggest mystery I feel like right now is, I guess Caleb, we're going to find out, is somebody that he doesn't even know, I guess.
Yeah, and he also said too, oh my goodness, I just had it. Okay, so I looked up, I Googled it, and it says Liam's final words to Caleb are, "You don't know who you are. You're the worst of them."
Wait, we both got it so wrong.
Yeah.
You don't. Oh, wow. That's okay. So that's even worse. That's you don't know who you are. You're the worst of them. The worst of them. Wow. So that is the mystery then. Who is he?
Yeah.
Now, but is he or is Liam, who is dying because he was like, get away from me. Is he like just trying to give him something to mess with his head on his way out?
Maybe. But you know what I think? And I told you this yesterday. That I believe Caleb is a nephew or somehow related.
That's what Jen thinks.
To my my wife.
My wife to Sirach, or
Sirach, yeah.
no, yes, Sirach, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why she thought that but she said because the brother, his Sirach's brother, was crazy or went crazy, and Caleb might be crazy.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah, and that's the thing,
and
too.
we don't mean to say crazy in a disrespectful way, by the way.
No. Right. So, because remember when Dolores, is telling Caleb all this stuff, is that, you have a history, and I think a family history of, of I forgot how she said it, but his mom left him and ended up committing suicide. And so, and I think his didn't Sirach say that his brother killed himself, or he killed his or something?
I think, yeah, I can't remember now, but I want to think he killed himself. Yeah.
Mental illness. There we go. I couldn't think of it. So yeah, he had so Caleb has a family history of mental illness.
Yeah.
So that's what also made me think that he could be related to Sirach. But also they did, I'm not sure how long ago it was and how old Caleb would be, but there was a blonde woman in one of the cells whenever Liam's father, so Liam Sr., came to tell Sirach he was going to shut it down. There was a blonde woman in there. I'm not sure if that was his mother, prior to, if she did this, study or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I'm thinking that there's some, if they're not family, there's some tie-in at Rehoboam that, puts him in the same circle as Sirach.
Well, I'm glad you Googled that because, a lot was going on during that scene. Like the ocean waves were coming in, and I just didn't hear it very well. And so I asked my wife, and I remember I think she got it wrong too now. I think all of us missed that, so that was good. Good call, Cameo. But y'all both are of the same opinion that he's related. So we've got 3 more episodes. I have no clue where this is going.
And I think they have done the season well so far with keeping us guessing on what's going on, who's who, and all this other stuff. But so I think they did keep their formula a little bit.
Yeah, they did. But I just feel like some of that was filler still. Like the stuff where he's going through all the drug trips. I mean, I don't know. Some people might have thought that was cool, and I could just be a fuddy-duddy, but I just thought, I just didn't like it. I thought it was unnecessary. And it's like one of those things where time is running out. There's only, a few more episodes, so you want, no filler. I mean, I don't want filler anyway.
That's true. But I mean, I guess if you want to look at it at reading a story, usually in the middle of a novel, that's where the most climactic parts are happening. And episode 4 and 5 have been the most climactic, episodes. So maybe we're at the peak of the climactic episode, and now episode 6, obviously the revolution is already starting. I'm still wondering why Bernard is still alive and why he's, why didn't, I think his name was, oh my goodness, I can't ever remember his name. Collins? Yeah, Collins, the Scottish dude.
Oh, yeah. Well, Dolores.
Yeah, well, yeah, technically Dolores. Why didn't, he kill him? Obviously, we hear at the, right before, spoilers, if you're just now joining, we're spoiling Westworld's episode 5 of season 3. Whenever he basically killed himself. Yeah. So it's just well, but he did tell him that, you are part of the plan still. So.
But I do want to say, his drug trip could be a clue, because if it was a digital drug of some sort, then why did it affect him in that way? You see what I mean? Maybe he's a robot.
Yeah.
of some sort. But you're the worst of them, is what he said. You're the worst of them all. You don't even know who you are. So that's very interesting. So then, but what they did do at the close of the show is they forced it like to a message or something to everybody through social media, their phones or whatever, showing them their like life report that Insight has created for all of them.
Did you see some of them? Did you like stop?
I couldn't really read them. Did you?
Okay, well, yeah, I read some of them. One of the guys on the subway, he had basically said that he was a butthole to everybody. They had like a rating of how he is with his family and friends. He's like friends and family say that he's a butthole. He doesn't, whatever. Then his work profile says, butthole, obnoxious, flaky, loud, all of this stuff. And then like he is going to die, I think of an overdose at a hotel.
Right.
And I'm just like, dang, this is like down to a T.
Yeah.
And then there was another one, which this one was sad, is the mother of that little girl that was in the subway. She read her report and basically saying that in 8 to 12 years, she is going to commit suicide, and it's going to be by slitting her wrists. And it was just, and like you see the mom like crying, and like she looks at her daughter because her daughter looks back at her and was like holding her arm and like, touching her wrist and stuff, and just like, not my baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all due to, the whole Insight deal.
And it did end up causing people to like fight and turn the world back into like an unsafe place.
And you see a lot of the couples on there fighting. I'm wondering if it says like, the next 2 years, I'll just say a name, Amber is going to cheat on David. I'm wondering if that was like, so you're going to cheat on me? Who is this dude? It probably hasn't even happened yet, but it's just like.
But again, that's where I'm saying is they have the ability to, I guess, push people into, in a way, like, hey, why don't we send a picture to David of somebody who looks like Amber to remind him of Amber?
Right.
And then all of a sudden he wants to call Amber, and then all of a sudden they're talking again, and all of a sudden, so that kind of manipulation though could be happening right now. And does happen right now. I mean, it does happen. So maybe not in that kind of villainous way where they're trying to get you to do something like that. Really, I'm saying it happens because they want you to go buy a car.
Right.
But all of this is taking all that into account and then making it a big sci-fi story out of that very concept.
Yeah.
The philosophical question I feel like it brings up though is, was everybody better off not knowing? So was Insight doing for the greater good, because everybody was for the most part a lot less calm or whatever. And then when they found out what was going on, they went into chaos. So they unleashed anarchy on everyone.
Yeah.
And some people would say, and Dolores said, they have a right to know. But let me ask you, what would you want to know?
Yeah. Because one, it's not like I'm horrible with authority or anything like that, but I definitely don't want, my life already planned out. So it's just like, why do I need to, take this job when I feel like I could be better at, something else? Let's say, I'm, I don't know, I'm destined to be a nurse, but I feel like I'm better that I should be a doctor.
Right.
So like, why?
Yeah.
Why would I let you dictate on
so
what
you
I
want free will?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would say I would too, for sure. The thing is they aren't, again, they're not living in a utopia where everything is perfect. The little girl's going to kill herself. Caleb's going to kill himself. There's, it's not a good world. He's out there doing GTA stuff for money.
Yeah.
So it's not like Insight has created this world that's necessarily great for everyone either.
Right.
Just like you could say that America isn't great for everyone right now.
Yeah. But do you feel like they kind of
not to get too political.
Kind of like stole a page out of the Minority Report.
Oh yeah, there's definitely Minority Report stuff. I mean, Philip K. Dick would have probably loved Westworld. You know what I mean? I'm sure he did back in the day. I don't know. The Michael Crichton, and he wrote it back. Well, he didn't write it, but the movie came out, and he wrote the movie. It wasn't a book. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But Philip K. Dick, if he wasn't an influence on that whole concept anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the stuff that he did that went on. I mentioned A Scanner Darkly earlier.
Yeah.
But some of his movies, or his stuff went on to inspire movies like Blade Runner, Minority Report. So, Man in the High Castle, I believe, was on Amazon or something.
I thought it was Hulu. It might have been Amazon.
Might have been Hulu. Might have been. But again, so yeah, I definitely see the Minority Report aspect in this version of Westworld, like the future world. Yeah.
Yeah, but all in all, I mean, it was an okay episode for what it was worth.
It was okay. It just didn't leave me like, I wasn't calling you like episode 4, like, dude.
Yeah. You gotta watch.
Yeah. But at the same time, I feel like if I could have heard Liam's last words a little better, that I might have been a little more psyched, because once you read those, I was like, well, that is interesting. But it just took a lot of not interesting enough stuff to get there. Look at me though. I'm like, I wasn't interested in it. James is watching. Thank you, James.
Ever.
Yeah. So, Cameo, what is on your watch list for the rest of the week? You got anything you're looking forward to?
No, I gotta finish Ozark.
I
gotta finish On My Block.
Did they put out the Tiger King, the extra bonus episode?
It was nothing. It's basically, if you watch like the reality TV shows like Real Housewives, any of those, Little Women, they have that final episode of a host asking them questions. That's all.
Yeah.
But it was via Zoom or Skype, whatever it was.
I don't want to watch it. I saw the guy that was going to do the reality show for Joe Exotic, and he had like the black hat and like the black jacket, and I guess all of his stuff got burned up, which he was saying he thought Joe had something to do with it. He's been doing like a paid Zoom meetings or Skype meetings or something, or like I think it was like a live cast where he was going to tell all. And he did say a few things like, and you should be ashamed, because I saw you wrote Free Joe Exotic on your Facebook the other day. But he was saying that Joe would he'd just be in a bad mood or whatever, and he would kill the tigers, or he'd be like, come watch this. And like, he agreed to so this is alleged, I guess, allegedly. According to that guy. But he said something about the fact that Joe had agreed to keep a lady's horse.
Yeah, that was actually in the bonus episode.
And so they ended up feeding the horse to the tigers
after he shot it in the head.
Yeah. So Joe I didn't know that. I don't think. I don't think.
I didn't know that when I said it.
So you need to get a shirt next week that says "Keep Joe locked up."
Hey, I mean, I don't like the abuse of animals. And just killing an animal just to be killing it because you need room, or
Yeah, I don't
because
agree with
you
that.
don't, or you're above of taking care of other people's animals. Like,
man, here's the thing. I would have bought that tiger. Sell it to me for like $500 if you're going to shoot it.
right. Yeah.
I don't need to wrestle around with it. I'll just put it in the backyard.
Right. Right.
Apparently, it gets you a bunch of ladies. So
Hey.
I don't think Jen would like that, though.
Yeah, Christine wouldn't like that either.
Yeah. Well, they would definitely want us to have Tiger, though.
Right. Right. You know, but I'd always be afraid if I was to make her mad, I would randomly see sardine oil.
Yeah. My mom used to know a gentleman who had a lion.
Oh.
And he'd take it around with him and stuff. And like he would put his head in his mouth or her mouth and show everybody. And one time it bit him across the face and like tore him up.
That's what he gets. That's what he gets.
I don't want to say that, but
no.
It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea at all. He quit doing it after that, I'm sure.
Well, I would hope so.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry. If you're going to have an exotic animal and you want to do stupid stuff like that, be prepared.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to expect that that's going to happen.
To get clawed or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, we were discussing a few other things that we might be watching this week. I'm not sure. Like, I still kind of want to watch The Way Back with Ben Affleck.
Okay.
But there's nothing, I don't know. I just finished War of the Worlds. Did you finish it?
Yeah. Did you like it?
I thought it was a little bit slow at times, but I thought it had really good payoffs. Now, since you did finish it, I got to know. But man, this is, I feel like not enough people are going to have seen this to do a spoiler.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Not many people have Epix.
So they're probably not going to watch it at all either.
Probably not. Maybe. I don't know.
Listen, if you don't want to know War of the Worlds spoiler right now, just turn it off because we're going to talk about this and then we're going to get off here.
Actually, I want to, before we get off, I want to show people something.
Okay. Hurry it up, Cameo, because I just told everybody to get off.
No, don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. So, not only am I going to be watching stuff, I'm going to finally finish this deal that I started, I think, like 2-3 days ago. It's some Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm getting back into drawing now. So,
yeah, that's cool.
But that isn't my original artwork.
Right.
We'll let you know that. This is my reference / inspiration, issue 75.
Nice.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Very nice.
That's my reference. But yeah, just want to let you know.
That looks like a lot of fun, man.
Yeah. I'm trying to get back into drawing. You know, pandemic ain't really got much else to do other than, work. And then after I'm done working, what am I going to do?
Yeah. So.
Gennaro,
yes, I agree with you guys, but I'm just not going in hard on the guy because I guess he was my mom's friend. So that's all. Okay, War of the Worlds. Ready for my spoiler question?
Yeah.
What was that at the end? Was that the alien? Was that a guy that the aliens had captured?
Yeah, that was one of the babies.
Grown up?
I'm assuming. I'm assuming they went to maybe another planet that had babies,
or they made these grow real quick, okay. So I thought that was just some random that they like scooped up and were holding prisoner, but my wife really thinks that is an alien who is coming to the worlds to get the babies and basically live off their energy or whatever to keep them alive, and that's why it was in that thing. And so this, I mean, this is spoiler-ish. I know. I'm sorry for those who might have just been like, what? But I warned you. But, and a lot of people have seen War of the Worlds, so they know it's about aliens, which you don't really see in this movie or this show a lot. What they did do instead, I thought was cool, though. So, I was like, man, just one alien would be in charge of all these ships and be doing all that. Plus, he didn't look like that much of an alien. It looked like something wasn't right, but I was like, that would be disappointing, I feel like. What do you think? Not to rag on my wife's theory, and I really appreciate that she had one and I can contribute it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think that, because he did look kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if...
I can't say she's wrong.
Yeah, because you don't... As much as I can remember, I don't remember them saying anything about this attack happening before.
Right.
So this could be another Earth, or not another Earth, but another world that this person is from, and he was a baby, and they plugged him up to the machine, and maybe these little robots slash what do you call them, cyborgs?
Yeah, something like that.
Because there's like,
I don't know, cyborg. No.
Well, because they have something inside.
Yeah, they've got like AI. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what it is on the inside, but I'm thinking the babies are the energy source for the ships, for the little robots, little dog robots, whatever they are.
Yeah. Man, okay. But so it was 8 episodes, right? It wasn't very long. Mm-hmm. Everything seems to be 8 now.
Yeah, because it came out in February. And the only reason why I even watched it is because the pandemic happened and AT&T DirecTV, gave me free Epix for I don't know how long. But I watched all of it in a day.
Yeah, I got the free Epix trial to watch Rocket Man. Somebody at work was like, you gotta watch it, and I wanted to watch it anyway because I love Elton John. But and then after that, I was like, okay, cool. Oh, Cameo told me about War of the Worlds, so me and my wife started watching it, and I thought it was really good. Like I say, it does seem at times it's kind of long.
Yeah,
but it ends up only being 8 episodes, and as I said, ends on a pretty nice little note where you're like, what is going on? I can't wait to see the rest of it. I have Sling TV, and they also, if you have Sling TV, they're doing an Epix free preview right now, so get on there and watch War of the Worlds if we didn't spoil it too much.
Yeah.
Gennaro asks, did you guys watch Bright with Will Smith? If so, did you guys like it? I personally loved it. Rumor has it Netflix is working on a sequel. So to answer that, yes, I liked Bright. I saw Bright. I liked it. I really did like it. It could have been easily in the movie theaters.
Yeah.
It was what? What did we say? It was like Training Day with the Alien?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
It was almost kind of like a continuation, because didn't he have an issue with the orc?
Mm-hmm.
Like he didn't like the orc. It was almost kind of like iRobot almost, but with mythical creatures.
Right. But no, I really did enjoy that movie. I keep saying I loved it. Did I love it? I don't know, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I could even say I loved it because I thought it was. I don't know. I didn't know if it was creative, but it wasn't mind-blowingly creative, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. And I really do. I've heard the same thing, that there's going to be a sequel. I hope that happens, and I hope it happens very soon, because I need another movie to watch.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, there's so many things that I have to finish, like series-wise, but it's like, after I'm done with that, what am I going to watch?
Oh, I know. I'm kind of like, ooh, I got Clone Wars is week to week.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what to binge watch right now. I need to catch up on The Flash.
Okay.
I guess I might as well catch up on Arrow if we get to that point.
I just need to finish the last episode.
I need to watch Legion.
Legion. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
I need to finish Preacher.
Oh.
Preacher's a good one.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I watched like the first 2 episodes, and then the guy. No, it was just the first episode, and the guy with the butthole mouth. I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
that he was great though, but it does delve off into some weird stuff. He says, "I love the elves and orcs and humans aspect. Present day Lord of the Rings. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
Training
it was.
Day, Lord of the Rings, and I just thought that was a cool movie.
Mm.
It reminded me of like a movie, like movies. Well, and I remember, was it called Alien Nation? Do you remember that? It was a TV show, I remember, and I think it was a movie where the aliens were living, like had come and they were living with the humans and working with humans and stuff like that. Gennaro said, not butthole mouth.
That's what it looked like.
Arseface. That's his name, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that is.
Booty hole mouth. I don't know.
Booty hole mouth. So, do you think we'll get another Watchmen?
Probably not for another year.
Well, yeah, but I've heard that it might not have even come back.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
Did it not do well, or was it
No,
just like
I
a
just
one?
don't. Yeah, I don't know, but I've heard some people say that they would like to do it again, but I've heard that I don't think HBO is necessarily. And yes, Gennaro, yeah, we did see Bloodshot. We did review it a few episodes back if you want to get like the full review. But spoiler alert, I think I gave it 2 out of 3 crying Kevin Smiths. Which is, it's still like, that doesn't mean that it's a great movie. It just means that it was a good movie. I feel like 2 means good. 1 would be not so good. Ugh.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Have you seen a movie lately that you would give no crying Kevin Smiths? You're like, this sucks.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't.
I haven't watched. See, the thing is, I don't spend too much time looking for movies that I wouldn't want to watch.
Right. Yeah. I'll say this. If it's a movie, I'm like, man, I don't think I'm going to go see it.
Yeah.
Unless it comes to Netflix. And then if I'm blown away, but prior to that, if I say no at the initial thought of it, then that's the old crying Smiths. But I will say, if I do see it on Netflix or Hulu or whatever it comes on next at home, and I'm like, I ain't got nothing else to watch, I'll try it out. And if it like ends up blowing my socks off, then I'll retract and might give it a 1 or a 2.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. I want to know the next time you watch a movie you have to turn off.
Okay.
And then that way we can give it 0 crying Kevin Smith.
Oh, I will say,
is that like, is the opposite like 0 crying Kevin Smith? Like, what would that be? Because I was gonna say it could be like a
Jason Mewes.
Yeah, but like he would be all happy. So like he would, and the thing is, a crying Kevin Smith sounds bad, but that's a good thing. He always cries on the things he loves.
Oh dang! Gennaro says 6 Underground gets 0 crying Kevin Smith. Dang, I actually like that movie.
Which one was that one?
The Ryan Reynolds movie.
Oh, the Netflix movie.
Netflix, yeah.
I'm with you. I didn't love that movie. I didn't love it.
I liked it.
I thought it was just, I don't know. I just thought it was too much.
It was too long, and like, because honestly and truthfully, there was a point where I thought it was going to stop, and that's where it should have stopped. But then it kept on going, and I'm like, oh, okay, there's still another 15 minutes to this movie. Yeah. Okay.
Well, we need
15 minutes doesn't seem like a lot, but in a movie setting, and it's already kind of winding down, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this probably could have wrapped up 15 minutes ago, but no, I have 15 minutes more.
Well, we need to find our mascot for like bad movies.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll have
Jared
to think
Leto.
about that.
Jared Leto.
3 Jared Leto Jokers.
Yeah, there we go.
We'll think on that. I'm not sure. Well, we'll think on that one. But I'm with you, Gennaro, and I'm glad that I wasn't the only one who thought that one wasn't that one. He said that movie was so bad, me and wifey could not even finish it. Too slow. Yeah. Just wasn't.
Well, look, yeah, it was kind of slow. Yeah.
For a movie like that, But there was some cool scenes in it. It wasn't a Michael Bay movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big Michael Bay fan. We've discussed this.
You couldn't tell of the lens flares.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And the quick action motion move, just like.
Didn't somebody get like their head? What? Oh, that's the scene that like. Okay, so I didn't love the scene, but they did the car like drove into the crowd and people were flying and all that.
Yeah,
I just didn't like that much. Gennaro does say we should do the Jared Leto. So all right, you did it. You. So how many? And I'll have to pop the heads up. Gennaro, tell me how many horrible Jared Leto Jokers did you give Six Underground? One being. I didn't like it, but it was not a horrible waste of time. Or 3, that's a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
I won't even watch future Jared Leto movies.
Day, I want to give it the coronavirus.
Yeah. I'm assuming he wants to give it 3 Jared Letos.
Yeah, he did say he was a big Michael Bay fan, or he is a Michael Bay fan, and he gave it a 3.
Okay, there you go.
But yeah, he said he was, he is a Michael Bay fan. That's why he was so disappointed.
Well, the one Michael Bay movie that I really like, we talked about this a few weeks ago, The Island.
That was really good.
I did enjoy that one.
Epix now.
I'm not a big fan. We've reviewed and talked about the Turtle movies. I like them, but I didn't love them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Any more, Gennaro, that you're thinking about watching? Because Cameo, did you watch Onward yet?
No, I heard it was garbage.
Really? I've heard good things, but I don't have a whole lot of reason to watch it, to be honest. I don't have any kids running around. And you don't have to have kids to watch those movies. Sometimes there's a lot of them out there that I like. Like Shrek, I thought was definitely one that adults and kids could watch.
Yeah.
So. All right, Cameo. Well, I guess I'm going to get off here and look for something to watch.
Okay.
Well,
I'm going to go finish Ozark.
Remember, keep a smile on your face.
Keep it nerdy.
Freeze all motor functions.
Oh, this is the way.